When you think of the Volkswagen Group, what comes to mind? Maybe German engineering, maybe an iconic car. But what if I told you the company you think you know is undergoing one of the most massive transformations in the entire auto industry? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that change, and more importantly, show you how you can be a part of it.
Yeah, you can forget everything you thought you knew. The Volkswagen of today is, well, it's shedding its old skin. It's moving from a legacy built on pure mechanical precision to a future that is completely defined by software. This isn't just a new car model we're talking about. This is a total reinvention of the company's DNA.
And really, that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, how do you turn a supertanker of a company with a workforce larger than the population of many cities and just change its entire direction? It is a monumental task, for sure. But it also creates this incredible opportunity for a totally new kind of talent. People who can blend that classic engineering skill with a software-first way of thinking.
So, to really get where the opportunities are, you first have to understand the game plan. And that plan has a name. It's called the New Auto Strategy.
This right here is their North Star. See, the group isn't just about selling cars anymore. The new goal is to become the leading global provider of sustainable mobility. They're trying to shape the entire ecosystem of how we move, not just for us, but for generations to come. It's a huge shift in thinking.
So here's the bottom line. You have to start thinking of the car of the future less like a machine and more like a really powerful smartphone on wheels. The real value is moving away from the engine block and toward the microchip. It's all about creating these digitally connected, intelligent vehicles that are part of a much, much bigger world of services.
Volkswagen knows that you can't build the future using only the tools of the past. It just doesn't work. That's exactly why it's creating and backing a whole new breed of companies inside the group. These are agile, fast-moving teams that are built to think and act like startups.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. Think of this as two sides of the same strategy. On one side, you've got Scout Motors. It's basically a nimble startup, but with a legendary name, and its whole job is to reinvent the American off-road experience for the electric age. Then on the other side, you've got PowerCo, a massive industrial player built to control the single most critical piece of the future, the battery. One is all about brand and adventure. The other is about deep, hardcore technology. And both are absolutely critical to making that new auto strategy a reality.
So, with this huge shift going on, what does that mean for the kinds of people they need to hire? Let's dive into the skills that are really in high demand right now.
You can see here the entire talent equation has been flipped on its head. I mean, of course, mechanical engineering is still super important, but the new center of gravity, it's all in software, data, and electrification. They're not just looking for car people anymore. They're on the hunt for tech pioneers who are genuinely passionate about what mobility is going to look like tomorrow. And this list breaks it down perfectly. They need engineers who really get battery management systems, or BMS. They need developers who speak the language of system on chip, SoC architecture, and things like gRPC. They need data scientists who can help bring their factories into the Industry 4.0 era and designers who can create incredible human-machine interfaces, or HMI. But look at those last 2 points. Technical skill? That's just the ticket to get in the door. What they're really searching for are people with a growth mindset, people who are excited about change and who have a real passion for building the future.
Okay, so you've got the skills, you've got the passion. How do you actually get your foot in the door? Let's walk through the practical steps of the application process. Now, this might be the most surprising part of this whole thing. If you have your resume ready to go, the first online application can take as little as 2 to 3 minutes. Seriously, they've streamlined the whole thing to make it as painless as possible.
It's really just a simple 3-step deal. First, you find a position you're interested in on their main job portal. Second, you create a quick profile with your basic info. And third, you just upload your CV and any other files. That's it. No crazy long forms to get started.
And here is a fantastic insider tip for you. Volkswagen straight up says a cover letter is optional. You don't have to do one, but they do recommend it if you want to connect the dots for them. It's your one chance to tell your story, to show them exactly why you are the perfect person for a company that's in the middle of writing its next huge chapter.
All right, you made it through the online part. Now for the most important phase, the interview. This is where you really prove that you're the right person for the job, both in terms of your skills and your personality.
Okay, you're going to want to pay close attention to this. For their interviews, Volkswagen specifically wants you to structure your answers using something called the BAR method. That's background, action, result. So instead of just saying, I'm a good team player, you'd say something like, The background was we had this crazy tight project deadline. The action I took was to organize daily meetings to get everyone on the same page. The result was that we actually delivered the project 2 days early. See? They want concrete examples of the impact you made.
So, who are you going to be talking to? Well, you can expect a panel. You'll usually have the hiring manager, who you'd be working for, a recruiter, and then someone from HR or maybe a related department. This is actually a great setup because it lets you show how your skills fit the technical needs of the job, the culture of the company, and their bigger picture talent strategy, all at once.
And this might be the single most important piece of advice, and it comes directly from Volkswagen's own hiring team. Trust me, they have seen and heard every canned answer in the book. They're not trying to trip you up, they genuinely just want to meet you, to understand who you are, how you think, and what drives you. So authenticity is everything.
So, let's say you did it. You navigated the application, you aced the interview, and you landed the job. What happens next? What kind of impact can you actually have there?
Well, you're not just joining one little department, you're becoming part of this massive global network, with everyone working together to redefine mobility. And as this trainee from Audi points out, the chance to connect with people across all the different brands and departments isn't just some nice perk, it's a massive career booster in a company that is always evolving.
And really, that's the big takeaway here. A job at the new Volkswagen Group isn't just about building a better car. It's about having a real hand in a generational shift in how the entire world moves from one place to another.
This whole transformation, it's happening right now, today, in their labs, in their factories, and in these new agile companies. The question isn't what will the future of the car look like anymore. The question is, who is going to build it? So, are you ready to take the wheel?